Hello and welcome to Twisted 3C. Today we're going to be going over how I do these Thor Hammer handle wraps for Southern Utah University. So we'll take this. This is the one we're going to be doing right here, and I'll go through this step by step with you and show you everything I do. And just want to give a shout out to Paracord Galaxy. That's where I get all my Paracord from. They're really helpful for me on choosing the colors I need and having a great product that's made here in the US. So let's get started. Okay, I'm sorry my video is upside down here. I hope it'll be clear for you on what I'm doing. But these are some of the tools I'm going to be using as I wrap this. I've got approximately 26 feet of paracord right here. Of course, scissors, lighter. I've got a Sharpie to mark stuff, some pliers, and a knotter's bit. I've also got some hockey tape here that we're going to wrap this handle with to help the cord have something to hold on to so it doesn't slide. So what we're going to do is make sure our handle's in tight. We're going to take our marker here and we're going to mark where that goes in right there. And I'm going to mark the top right here. And then just take this handle out. I'm going to take my marker again and I'm going to extend this line up above. So I know where that center point is. Then I'm going to take my hockey tape. I can get it started here. I'm going to just start wrapping just like that right there. I'm going to take that hockey tape and wrap it all the way around and just wrap the full length. Of this handle so that that cord, when I'm tying it on, it's not going to slip around on me. Scissors, cut that off. So we've got this when we're done with that. Then take our paracord, we'll find the center of it. Take our handle and wrap it from the back side around to the front and just tie a basic overhand knot right here. Okay. We want to be, where we made that line on that, we actually want to be just above that point. So when we screw this back into our hammer head, it'll actually compress this just a little bit. Now all this is tying half hitches. If you look, we got this one coming out the bottom here and this one coming out the top. So I'm going to take the one, this is my left right here. We're going to take that one, wrap it around behind, and all we're doing is tying a half hitch. Bring it back through, slide it up here, and pull it tight. Sure. Okay. Then we'll take the right side, wrap it around, and just another half hitch. Pull that tight. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to compress this all down together so that it all looks good and straight. And then I'm just going to continue to do that, going with my left side so it comes over the last one, tying that knot, and then the right side down. One other thing, when I do a lot of these, I wear a pair of gloves. Just get some cheap ones from Harbor Freight. Cut your 3 fingers out like this so that you can hold your cord good, and then this will protect your fingers when you're tightening this down. And we're just gonna keep going with this. You can do this wrap on any handle, any hammer, anything like that. These are nice because they unscrew from the hammer head, and it makes it a lot easier to handle, and I don't have to continue to fight with that hammer head. These are a solid block of aluminum. They're about 26, 27 pounds. The SUU makes these in their machine shop. So this is the side we started on. I'm going to roll it over right now. I'm going to get my cords on their sides that they're coming from. You can see we're getting ready to make our first crossing right here. I'm going to do one more right here. And then this one's going to come over. I'm going to cross over the top of that one. Like that. And then we're just going to keep going. See, we've got that crossover. The next one's going to be back here on the side we started on with our first knot. And when I get to that point, I'll be back. All right, we're coming up to where we're going to do our second crossover. And just like before, we'll just keep tying these knots. If you remember, on the back side when we did this, it was the strand from the left-hand side that went over the top. See right here, this side went over. This time it's going to be the right-hand side that's going to go over the top. Okay, and then we're just going to keep going all the way down to the end of the handle. Make sure you're always pushing that cord up, keeping it tight, making it look good. I will just continue this, and when I get down towards the end, I'll show you how I ended up. See you there. All right, we're coming down here to the end. So let's see how many more wraps we can get in here. I'm going to take my knotter's fid. I'm just going to work it around here a little bit. Doesn't look like we're going to get any more than what we've got. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this one off a little bit here. I'm going to take this other side, tuck it underneath. Make sure they're good and tight. Take my scissors. There. There. Now we've got that handle all wrapped. We're going to take it, stick it back in our hammer head. Screw that down. I'm going to take these off. Got a steel rod here. I'm going to stick through this. I'm going to hold this hammer down on my legs. Give it a good twist right there to seat it in all the way. And that's got our hammer wrapped. Now I'm going to tie a Turk's head for each end of this. So I'm going to do a 2-pass here and a 3-pass up here. So I'm going to choose my color. I'm going to use this chocolate brown. So this color I use on this is acid brown. It's a really dark brown. I think it looks really good and really makes it stand out. I'm going to use this chocolate brown to do my Turk's heads. So this first one I want just about 6 feet of cord. I'm 6'1", so I know all I have to do to get 6 feet is just pinch that in one hand, stretch it out as far as my arms will go, and I have 6 feet of cord. This is going to give us extra to work with. It's going to be a bit long, but it's all right. Now, I learned to tie these Turk's heads when I was a scout many, many years ago. And the way I learned to do that was on my hand with my fingers. I have a really hard time tying a Turk's head like this around something. I have to tie it on my hand and then transfer it to whatever I'm doing. And also, because this hammer is so heavy, twisting it around and around and around while I'm tying this Turk's head becomes quite tedious. So I'm going to show you how I do it on my hand. And all we do, lay it right in your palm, cross your fingers, 3 of them right there. Come around the back side, cross over, around the back again, come back up here. You're going over. So everything we've done has gone over. We haven't gone underneath anything yet. But right here, when we get back to this point, this is going to be our first under. And all I'm going to do is take this cord, go underneath right there, pull it through. Okay, now I'm going to take these and cross them over. So the upper one, the one closest to my fingertips, is going to go over the top of the other one. Now this cord is going over right there. Oh no, I did that wrong, sorry. I'm going to take the lower one and go over the top there. That's right. Okay, so I can go over this one. I'm going to go underneath this one and bring it up in between those two. Okay, now right here, flip my hand over again. I'm going to go underneath this one and over this one. So I go underneath this one, and I go over that one. Now we've come back to our standing end right here where we started. Okay, so we've tied our Turk's head. That's one pass. I'm going to just add a second pass to this, just by following that standing end with my working end. All the way around. This is going to go around 3 times. You can put a lacing fit on the end of this if that makes it easier for you. If I'm actually tying this on something, and there are several different types of Turk's heads that you can tie, and a lot of those I will tie directly onto a project that I'm working on. If it's a whip handle or a walking staff that I'm doing a Turk's head that has more bites than this. So this is a bite right here. So that where it crosses over the top of everything. So this is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5 bite Turk's head that we're tying right now. It's called 3 leads, 5 bites. So the 3 leads is 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've got my 2 passes done, and I've come back around here to where my standing end is, and all I'm going to do with my working end, I'm going to go back down through like I'm going to start following it again, but instead of coming up here and through, I'm going to pull it all the way through the knot. And now that finishes our Turk's head that we're going to put on here. It's going to be the first one down here by the hammerhead. So before I transfer it onto there, I'm going to tighten this up just a little bit. I want it just snug enough that it's going to go over the end of my handle, and I'll be able to slide it down here so that I don't have as much work to do down here on this hammer moving it around. So when I get ready to transfer this over, I'll be back. All right, I've got this Turk's head tightened most of the way down. I'm going to go through the final tightening where I shorten this end right here so that it's underneath this first bite right here. Bring that into right there. I'm going to put my finger there to hold it so that as I pull this through and tighten it up, it doesn't pull all the way out. Pulling those good and snug so this will all come together and look nice and be tight and won't move. Now that Turk's head won't move, so we're going to cut that off. I'm going to use my knotter's bit here just to come underneath that to protect that other cord so it doesn't melt. And just hit that a little bit. Flatten it down, and take that and tuck it underneath right there. And there's our first Turk's head done. So I'm going to get this other Turk's head finished, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to do the wrist strap on these. All right, I've got the other Turk's head done. So this one's a 3-pass and this one's a 2-pass. Now we're going to go ahead and tie that wrist strap. You're going to need 2 cords, each about 3 feet long. You'll need some way to hold them. What's this? Let's see. It'll take about 6 to 8 inches. Put it through your vise. Tighten your vise down on them. Now on this, you can't just take your cord and twist it. I'll show you why. Let me get this twisted up a bit here. When you try to bring this back around, it's going to want to twist itself up again. So what you have to do you take these, and I'm twisting counterclockwise and then wrapping them clockwise. So it's counterclockwise, wrap it, counterclockwise, wrap it, counter. And you just keep doing that until you get the length of strap that you want. So just keep doing that until you get it as long as you want. But you can see now when I bring this back up, it's not going to twist on itself. So I will pause this for now, and then I'll come back when I get to the length that I need. Okay, I've got this to the length that I need. I can get my hand through there easily. What I'm going to do is take a clip. So it holds that there. Put one right there. Vice out of the way. Take this. Feed it through there. Put my clamp back on from this side. I'm going to take this one and turn it around. It's coming from there. Now, I'm going to take a red one and a black one. I'm going to feed it through my hand like this. Now the knot I'm tying is called a diamond knot. I'm going to take this cord, I'm going to flip a loop in it and lay it over the black cord. The black cord is going to come around. It's going to go underneath that, past where it comes through my fingers again, go over the top here, underneath itself right here, and then back over the top. over here. Okay, now I'm going to take the red one, I'm going to go past the black one right here, come up through the center, and then take that black one, go around past the red one where it comes into the knot, and up through the center. Okay, that ties our knot right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this black one right here, and I'm going to follow this red one through the knot, so I'm doubling the knot up. And take the red one and do the same thing, following the black on the other side. And pull those tight. Remove these two clips. Now what you want to do is just pull these two cords through. So to do that, and just follow that around and tighten it through, and then pull the other side up and follow it around and tighten it through, and then I'll come back and show you how to tie the Ranger bead. All right, I've got that knot all tightened up. I'm going to cut these off short. I don't want them all the same length. I'm going to cut those two at an angle there. Those two at an angle about right there. Just take my lighter, hit them real quick. Okay, now I'm taking a short piece of white, a couple of feet long at the most. I'm going to lay it over my two strands, bring it around back, stick my finger in there to hold it open, make an X right here on the front, go back around this way. So see, I'm not trapping that down, I'm staying over the top, underneath it there. Come around, tuck underneath that standing end. Back up there a little bit. Back over here. I'm going to go this one over, cross them over, come over the top of that one, and up through right there. Now, your standing end right here, you're going to take it and tuck it down underneath everything and out the bottom of the knot. Hold that with your fingers like this, and then just start tightening this up. You might have to make a couple of passes at this. That's all there is to it. And that's a slider knot, which can slide up and down on that. When I cut this off, I'm going to make sure I've got, about a 1/4 inch or so there. Melt this. And smash it up in right there. That didn't take right, so let's get it a little hot again. You want it to, when you smash it in there, you want it to actually stick to the other cord there, so it stays out of the way, so that when you slide it, it doesn't roll up in and come untucked. Got that one right there. Right there. And that's the Thor's Hammer handle wrap. So thanks for watching. I'm going to tease a little bit about what we're going to do next. It's a pretty cool project. So give me a second to move my camera around and I'll show you what we're doing next.